go to this next video. I think this brother does a great job of breaking down exactly how.
$51.50 for 10.4 gallons of gas right here in California. That comes out to about $4.94 a gallon. And every time people see a number like that, the same argument starts. It's the president. No, it's the oil companies. No, it's taxes. So let's slow this down and look at how gas prices are actually calculated here in America. First, we have what we call crude oil. That is the actual raw oil pulled out of the ground. It usually makes up about 50 to 60% of the price that you're going to pay at the pump. Second, you have refining. That crude oil that you're going to pay for at the pump has to be turned into what? Gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel. That process adds another 15 to 20%, right? Third, then you have distribution and transportations. That's where your pipelines and trucks and storage tanks, and if when you add delivery stations, that adds about 10%. Fourth, you have the taxes, right? That comes very last. In the United States, there's a federal gas tax, and every state adds its own. Now, people wonder why our gas is always $1 or $2 more, right? In California specifically, the combination of state taxes, environmental fees, and sales tax can exceed $1 per gallon by themselves. And here's the part that people don't really realize. The gas station itself usually makes only a few cents per gallon. So when you pay $50 and you fill your tank, the station owner only may get around 50 cents from that transaction. Most of their real profit comes from the food mart, the snacks, the drinks, and the convenience items inside. So the price that you see on the sign is really a stack of things. It's global oil markets, refining costs, transportation, state and federal taxes, and a tiny margin for the station, right? Those are the economics. You can argue about policy, you can argue about politics and who's responsible, but the math itself is pretty straightforward. Believe what you want to believe. I'm just here to present the facts.
That's true. So I didn't know that. I absolutely didn't know. What? Okay, I didn't consider all of those things because I'm like, okay, well, there's just a process to all of this. But I love what we have been saying, in this conversation is like, why is this the only, and it's not the only way to do it, but it's the way that we've been doing it. We've been so heavily relying on this old way, right? So it's just so interesting. I wonder if this will be the war, because I think something always has to happen to be a catalyst for change. I think that, I feel like Donald Trump will be, if I'm being honest, I think that he will be the catalyst that doesn't allow American people to accept just anything when it comes to leaders. Like afterwards, you're gonna be like, whoa, 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 wait,
Right.
wait, now, wait.
Let me see
Hold
your
up.
papers.
What?